Hey everyone, Vico is here. In this lesson, we're going to talk to you about the flow of the appointment setting script. If you understand this correctly, you're going to be booking a lot more appointment than you usually do, especially with online lead, right? So booking an appointment with online lead, again, if you watch the lesson from previously, online lead, they are anything but the same as your usual regular referral word of mouth lead, right? So we're gonna attack this from different angle. So the more you know about this, the more you study about this, the more you do it, practice it, the better. All right. So first of all, we have to understand that this is not a script. This is a sales flow, right? You understand the flow, the dialogue, the conversation is way better than understanding a script, because every conversation in real life is situational. It's not gonna be, that's why script doesn't really work, because everything in real life is gonna be different. Okay, so we have to understand that the objective of the whole call is to book an appointment, right? Is to book an appraisal or book the next stage of the pipeline, right? Keep that in mind. It's not to sell them anything. Okay, and the goal is to get them to know, like, and trust you, right? Because we talked about this in the last lesson. We have to get them to know, like, and trust you in order for them to do business with you. Okay, and the rule of thumb here is to keep the conversation for 15 minutes max. So you want to get in, get out, get in, qualify, and get out, or disqualify them. That's the benchmark. If you go longer, if you go shorter, you actually know that this is the benchmark. And repeat their first name throughout the conversation. Make sure that you establish that rapport, you establish that trust, you get them to associate you with their friend. Okay, a little tip I have for this: if their name is very long, like Jessica, you call them Jess. If anything like Andrew, you can call them Andy, or try to push it, see where it goes. The whole point is to get them to associate you with their friend. Okay. Rule number one is to customize the script before use. Again, this is not really a word-for-word script. A lot of them will have a custom field that you can't really use straight away. You'll see that in a sec. Rule number two: never fight and cause rebuttal. Always keep pushing, right? If they say, stop calling me and all that stuff, like if they like really negative, don't fight with them. Don't have an argument over the phone. It's not gonna result in anything good. Okay. But if you feel like they are someone who are soft, willing to go forward the conversation, keep pushing on. Okay. Rule number three: always lead, take charge of the conversation, but with permission asking. Right? You can't just take charge without permission asking. Always take charge with permission asking to position yourself as an expert and authority. Right, so let's start off. The first 60 seconds of the call is to build rapport. Hey, first name, this is you from this company. How's your day? What's the weather like up there? What's the suburb or city are you from? Right, just 60-second max. Right, okay, good. And then the next step is to actually introduce yourself. Right, so glad to hear that. Right, so now this is Vico. I just saw your online application regarding desired outcome. Right, this is an example. So if you watch the lesson about the one help liner, you have an exercise to do, and you probably know all your wording by now. People only care about their desired outcome. They don't really care about your service or you. Okay, that's just a fact. Make sure that you actually nail that down. Right, we actually saw your online application last night regarding some yada yada. Right, desired outcome, saving thousands of dollars on your mortgage and pay your home loan off a lot faster. Is that right? Then you just do permission asking again, just wondering, is now a good time to talk, Jenny? And then you wait for them to confirm. This is always permission asking. We tell them a bit about ourselves, and now we take charge. It is now a good time to talk. If they don't remember or they don't recall anything, just mention Facebook. Okay, but if they don't ask, don't really mention Facebook, because what we find throughout our experience is that mentioning this word or mentioning Facebook and all that stuff is lead the conversation to an opposite direction. So try not to mention it. If they ask, do mention it. Okay. So look, what I'm going to do is by asking you a few basic questions to see if you are eligible for our program, incentive, or grant. So this is whatever you want to put in here, you want to put that in here, right? Would that be okay? Again, that is permission asking. So this is what I mean by leading by permission asking. Very, very important that you ask for their permission to go forward. And if they do let you go forward, this is when you're actually in control, okay? Don't take control by force, take control by permission. The next step is to actually gather the intel, right? So whatever information they submit from the survey, from the form, you want to have that in front of you and use that in the conversation. And this should take like the most time of that entire call, right? So everything we just went by should be only like around 1 or 2 minute mark, maybe 1 minute mark max. Right? And now this is the real conversation. Again, if you don't understand this part, but most people are going to say, oh, I just want to find out more information about this and that. Oh, I'm just curious, just, want to talk to someone about this and that. Right? So this is a very surface answer. And what you're going to do is you're going to give it a bit of a pause, right? And ask. Pause for 2 seconds. Actually, pause for 2 seconds and ask, what do you mean? And let the silence make people uncomfortable, right? If people hate silence, then they're just gonna fill in the blank. Okay, that is very, very a powerful word. That 4 word is very powerful. And what you want is to get to the deep desire, to the deep problem. Why do they intend to do what they do in the first place, right? What do you mean, right? When people said, oh, I just want more information about this product, so I'm just gonna lay it out. The most common mistake when people say, I want more information about this product, and then you start talking about yourself. Do not do that. Like, do not ever do that. If you do that, you flip the table, right? Stay silent. What do you mean? And let them talk. Whoever talks, this conversation, you should talk 10% of the time, and 90% of the time, the prospect will talk, okay? And you are there to actually take note, right? Right, so this is different for all, this definitely different for each industry, but you want to add 2 or 3 questions that you want to ask them to pre-qualify them. Like, what is the minimum criteria for them to do business with you? You want to add there, are you a homeowner? Are you currently working with any agent right now? Something along that line, right? But when you ask the question, you always want to keep these 3 things in mind. Like, what's your intention, which we just cover? And what's your past experience? What have you tried, right? So, okay, you wanna get, you wanna get this home loan. Have you tried to talk to any bank before? Have you, reach out to any broker before? What you try to sell this house? Have you talked to any agent before? You want to talk about their past experience, what they tried before, right? Maybe I can highlight that. So, and then you want to ask them about their goal. Well, Jenny, what exactly is the goal of this whole thing? You want to get equity for your second home, or you want to get yada yada, right? But, let them say it. Don't say it for them. Let them say it. It will be more powerful when it coming from them, okay? And the next step is to get a direct question, a direct answer. When do you want to achieve that goal, right? So this will determine everything. This question is so powerful and it will determine everything. So if they want if they want more equity for the second house, so Jenny, when do you want to do that, right? And that will filter out motivated people and just hire quicker. That question is very powerful, okay? So after you collect a lot of information about them, now you know a lot about them, right? You know a lot about them by this time, and you can make a decision. You can make 2 decisions. Number 1, you don't want to work with them. That's fine. We're gonna have a lot of people in our pipeline anyway, so have that abundant mindset, okay? So if anyone who have not known me yet, my name is Vico Khang from Vico Online Consultant. I run a multi-six-figure marketing agency that serves real estate agents in Australia and New Zealand to get more listing and be more profitable in their business. At the same time, we also an official GoHighlevel partner. We have actually onboarded 200 plus agency owner onto the software at this time of recording. So if you haven't got an account yet, make sure that you actually click the link on the description to make sure that you are actually using our affiliate link to get an account to get that bonus extension when it comes to the free trial. So you're going to get a 30-day free trial when you're actually using our affiliate link. Highlevel itself is originally offer a 14-day free trial, but because we are an official partner with them, you are actually getting the benefit of the 30-day extension when it comes to the free trial, as well as qualify for our bonus gift and our snapshot. If you want to know more detail about the bonus gift and the help and the support, the snapshot that we actually offer for new user, as aka new affiliate that join Highlevel through us, make sure that you also check the link in the description as well. Without further ado, let's get on to the video. Pass them on. If not a good fit, you can put them to a long-term dropping campaign, to your email list or anything like that, or you can pass them on to your referral, right? To someone that you know in your network that could potentially help them. Or you can ask them for a referral of yourself, okay? So you would say like, okay, Jenny, I don't think we can help you right now. Let's circle back to this conversation in 2 or 3 months time. How'd that sound? Right? And then, well, that's okay, Jenny. Do you know anyone in your friend, family, or community right now that need yada yada, that need, this desired outcome? You know anyone in your friend or your family or your community center right now who need really, really low interest for their home loan right now because the bank is offering an amazing deal? Something along that line. You get what I mean? So by saying that, you actually squeeze the hell of every lead and every conversation that we get a chance to talk to. Even if they're not a good fit to work with you right now and they get disqualified, you still make a good use of that, okay? And the second option is, yes, you want to work with them. Seem like it's going to be a good prospect and can potentially turn to a client. Let's move forward. Let's set an appointment, right? The next part is to set an appointment to build trust. And before I actually move forward, I just want to elaborate on this part. This whole part is to actually build trust. Remember, the goal of this phone call is to get people to know, like, and trust you. From the build rapport and permission asking, that's one is getting people to know and like. But when you ask people a question in a way that gives them clarity, you get them to, you make them trust you by positioning yourself as an authority. Some people, they actually never question themselves about their goal, their intention, and all that stuff. They just sitting, watching TV, and if you are someone on the phone that make them clear on their goal, trust me, they are going to appreciate you for that, and they're going to see you as an expert, and they would not want to work with anyone else aside from you, right? And even if you charge a little bit extra than the other guy, they'll probably go for you because they feel like you know them a lot more and you understand them a lot more. So this is very powerful. This is getting people to trust you, okay? So next step is to set an appointment. This is to build trust again. So we said, awesome, Jenny, we definitely can help you with that. Would you like me to tell you more? Again, this is permission asking. We always do permission asking during this call. Just highlight that here. So wait them for make them to give you a green light and go forward. Well, we basically one help liner. You should be finishing your one help liner again from the exercise. Does that make sense? We basically help people do this without pain point by giving them this, right? And does that make sense? And then if they said no, not exactly, and then you just stay there and answer the question, okay? You want to stay there and answer any of their question that they have, right? Stay there and answer the question that they have. The next step here is to actually have a clear call to action. So I'm going to give an example of a mortgage broker, okay? The first call of the mortgage broker is to qualify. The next step is to get people to actually get their application from the bank, right? Get their income statement, get their full-time job from their full-time position from their employer, all that stuff. So this is for a mortgage broker, and this is going to be different for each industry. So next step forward to do here is to do action 1, action 2, right? Whatever you want them to do that. If there is nothing you want them to do, it just goes straight for the appointment part, okay? So this is just an example from what I have. If you need any document, anything from them, you want to tell them right here and set a clear goal, a clear call to action for them. Would that be okay with you? Again, this is permission asking. Wait for them to say yes. If they said, anything no like that, you have to come back a step, answer any concern that they have. The goal here at the end of the call is to set a commitment for next call, right? We have to be clear on what to do next, okay? Cool. Well, when is good time for us to catch up when you're actually ready for the document, right? So this is a very strong open-end question, okay? So that's why this is a sales flow. It's not a sales script, because every real life conversation can be situational. Okay, you can't really ask people this when you feel like they have a lot of resistance with you. If they feel like they are very tough, that you can't really push on forward, you probably don't want to ask them that. You want to ask something a little bit soft, which we call a softener, right? So you ask them more of a close-ended question that just require yes or no. So, cool, Jenny, would you be open for another catch-up later on next week on Thursday? So that question would be a lot softer from that question, even though they mean the same thing. They literally mean the same thing. But a strong question will be more aggressive than a soft question, right? And a strong question normally is an open-ended question: what, how, who, when. And a close-ended question would be just a yes or no question. So hopefully that makes sense. And what you want to do is, if you propose the times, technically they would feel more compelled to propose another time if they're not available. So if you, instead of say when is a good time, you said next week Thursday. If they said yeah, that's fine, then it's fine. If they said no Thursday, no Wednesday or Saturday, right? So they actually agree or disagree with the proposed time, if you do propose one. Okay, so let's move on to the voicemail script and the text script. So if you ring them and somehow they didn't pick up straight away, the goal here is to do a double dial. Okay, I forgot to mention. So the goal here is to actually ring them straight away, right? So if you ring them straight away, you increase the chance of of them picking up. And if they if they still don't pick up somehow, you would do a double dial. Double dial means you ring them again, right? So the second ring, they are very, very likely to actually pick up. And let's say somehow, somewhat, you didn't get them on that 2 call, and you ring them like maybe 5 minutes after you get our notification or our email. What you have to do right now is do the last result, which is leave a voicemail. So the voicemail said, hey Jenny, this is Vico from ABC Company. Just saw your application online last night. Just wondering when is a good time for a quick chat regarding desired outcome, right? Regarding getting the best deal for your property right now in the market. Alright, so you want to fit that in here. Okay, so most agent or most broker that I see is just, they have no game in the voicemail. Just ask people to call them back, right? So after you leave a voicemail, you do a double dial, leave a voicemail. Next step forward is to actually leave a text. So there's 2 options with the text. You can play both cards equally good, in my opinion. This is really depend on the market, the niche, the industry, the ideal audience. But you can say, Jenny just left a voicemail, so now they're compelled to go back and listen to this. Okay, but some people, they just don't like to listen to voicemail. So what you want to do here is, Jenny, you want to desire outcome, correct? And leave your name and company, so they know who you are, right? Remember, if you don't leave your name and company, they probably don't know who you are. Okay, so Jenny, you want to get you want to lose 60 kilo in 30 days, correct? Something along that line, but it's gonna be the same as the one here. Okay, so if you have any question, just reach out. Hopefully you actually get a good idea, a good clarity on the flow on how to book more appointment for your business from online ad. Hey guys, if you enjoy watching the video, make sure that you also checking out this content right there.